you take a look over here is that what is a scaffold? Okay, so scaffold can occupy the whole screen device. Okay, so as I was showing you guys, and let's say this is basically the whole screen of the device. So it can actually contain the whole screen of the device, and inside the scaffold you can have all the widgets, you can have the app bar. Okay, so here we will see what all can be included in the scaffold. Hello everyone, and welcome you all to another chapter of the Flutter tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 9, where we'll be learning about the scaffold class. Okay, so we already have an understanding what a scaffold class is. We have seen that we returned scaffold class, we have created it inside our main.dart file. Okay, so over here we're gonna learn a bit more about scaffold class. So let's not waste much time and let's get started. So now over here on my screen, as you guys can see, that in our last class we do have learned about the material app. Okay, so under material app we have seen that how you can add theme, how you can actually set the primary swatch for your theme, how you can actually set the primary swatch for the dark theme if you ever choose that, the color, how you can actually move the checked banner, also about the home activity page. But here in this particular class we are basically going to talk about scaffold. Okay, so I have showed you guys that if while running this particular app or while running this particular file we don't have anything inside the scaffold option, then we will basically have a blank application. So let's come here, let's run this back again in Chrome. Okay, so let's see over here we will be able to see the app bar with a title as this is my application. Okay, so over here as you guys can see, now let's decrease its size a little bit, and here you guys can see it shows that I do have the app bar, and the title of the app bar is this is my application. So I do have also mentioned that it will be in form of a text, and in the body you guys can see I have also mentioned that it will be in a text, and the text is basically hello everyone. Okay, so that's about it. And now we are also going to learn that how you can add more components to it, like what are the other important things that you should include inside your scaffold class. Okay, so for that what I'm gonna do is let's come here. You take a look over here is that what is a scaffold? Okay, so scaffold can occupy the whole screen device. Okay, so as I was showing you guys, and let's say this is basically the whole screen of the device. So it can actually contain the whole screen of the device, and inside the scaffold you can have all the widgets, you can have the app bar. Okay, so here we will see what all can be included in the scaffold. So on the very top you can add the app bar. Okay, and on the bottom here you guys can basically add the bottom tab navigation bar. Okay, so there can be different kind of icons, there can be different kind of buttons. Okay, and inside here in the center, this is basically known as the body. Let's say you guys can add your text up. Okay, you guys can also add any floating action button. Let's say for a particular function, if you want to have a floating action button for doing anything or showing some pop-up menus for a particular action, okay, you guys can use the floating action button, and basically you guys can design it as your liking as well. Okay, so on the both side of the device, you guys can see that the first one is basically the drawer. Okay, so the drawer is basically, if you come here and if you just click on the screen on any particular place, you will have a drop-off menu from the left hand side of the screen. So the drop-up menu, whatever you guys will have in your phone on the left hand side, is basically known as the drawer, and all the pop-up menu options which you will have from the right hand side, which are popping up from the right hand side, is known as the end drawer. Okay, so that's about it. So here you guys can also add some other things as well, but now these are all the important things which we have to include inside our scaffold or inside our screen. Okay, so now let's do that and let's do that in detail. Okay, so over here now we do have the app bar, we do have the body, and now over here we are basically going to add the drawer. So if you just come here and if you just type drawer, or if you just start typing, you guys can basically work on over here. And now for me, I'm not going to add anything over here, but from our next classes we will go point by point inside the scaffold. Okay, so we are going to learn in a different chapter about app bar in detail, about the body in detail, about drawer, about the end drawer in detail. Okay, so over here there I do have the end drawer. Okay, so now let's come down and let's type bottom navigation bar. Let's open and close parenthesis. Let's click on enter, and this is the floating action button. Let's open and close parenthesis over here. So these are all the items, and whatever we have seen over here in our diagram. So here it also have the app bar, the body, the floating action button, the bottom tab navigation, the drawer, which are the options will open from the left hand side, and the options which will pop up from the right hand side is known as the end drawer. And over here also inside the scaffold, I also do have the 6 options accordingly right over here as denoted by the parentheses. So yeah, I hope to see you all in the next chapter, where we're gonna learn about all of these things in detail, and particularly by dividing them in each part and also in detail about each and every option. So see you all in the next chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye everyone.